I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever.
The season 12 finale for Supernatural just came on, and guys, I have actually had to record this audio several times because I've just gotten so emotional. I've just rambled and ranted, and I'm trying to just break everything down into my emotions right now. So I'm gonna go from the least that I'm upset about to the most thing I'm upset about, and even the least thing that I'm upset about is pretty big. Okay, here we go. First thing that I wasn't okay with is that this whole thing was a slaughter fest. This whole thing was just a big slaughter fest. That's really all it was. There was really no development in this whole episode. It was just Cass with Kelly and Sam and Dean trying to find Cass, and then Crowley comes back from being a rat because he wasn't actually killed by Lucifer, and he comes back, he says he wants to help, and then everything just transpires. You don't even see Lucifer till the end towards the episode. And first thing I wasn't okay with is that they killed Rowena. And in such an unsatisfying, unbelievable way. First things first, they killed her off screen, which is the most ridiculous thing you could do for that character. There was so many ways to kill her, and I didn't even want her to die. She was such an interesting character. I know Ruth loved to play her, and the kill her off screen is very insulting to me. That's a sin in my book. You don't kill a character like that off screen unless Ruth had just refused to be there and partake in the scene of dying, which could be a possibility. I know she loved playing playing Rowena. But Lucifer killed her and set her on fire, which I'm just like, dude, really? You already killed her. Why did you have to set her on fire? And you get to see her corpse. You didn't even see how she died. There were so many ways you could have redeemed her character, could have made her, into somebody, even more. Because all she wanted to do was have a normal life because she wanted to get married, have her husband die, which I know is terrible, but she wanted to live a happy, comfortable life away from the supernatural. I feel like she honestly wanted to do that. So to kill her in such a way was just like, I was like saying Rowena for like 5 minutes at my TV screen. Like, I could not believe it. I felt like that was really unfair for her, and it really upset me. The next thing that happened was that whenever they went to find Kelly, and they found Kelly and Cass, they didn't bring the Grace extractor with them, which, Kelly is unable to fight off anyone, and they could have taken the Grace out of the Nephilim to make it a normal child. I don't know if it would have worked if he just got out, like if the child had to be born, or if you could take the Grace out of Kelly and make the child normal. Regardless, they didn't bring it. It didn't look like they have any intentions, and that was probably the perfect time for them to kill Kelly and kill the baby, because that baby is evil. That baby is evil. Evil. I'm not gonna lie. It's the child of the devil. It's going to be evil. There is no way around this, because it's been manipulating Cass this whole time. I just feel it. And the one thing that the Nephilim did is that it punched a hole through time and space and opened a portal to an alternate reality where, in this alternate reality, heaven and hell are fighting against each other. Angels don't really look like angels, and demons don't really look like demons. And it's a universe where Sam and Dean don't exist. And we get to see Bobby because Cass went through the portal because he does things, and we get to see Bobby and reminded of just how much we miss him and how much is going to happen, because from that point on, you're just going to be filled with sadness after seeing Bobby. So you don't even see Lucifer this whole entire time, and you don't even know where he is. He shows up at the end, and with Crowley wanted to help after he got back into his meat suit. He said, "I want to help," so they were like, "Okay," and they came up with a plan to shove Lucifer into the portal and lock him in there. Crowley said that he had a spell in order to close the portal, which I think is very convenient that Crowley knows this spell, but I'm gonna skip over that whole part right there because the next thing that happened is very, like, out of order. But what happened was that the portal didn't close. Lucifer came out, and Mary basically punched the devil back into the portal, and the portal closed right after the Nephilim was born. But what happened before that is... in order for the spell to work, Crowley said a life had to be given. So Crowley kills himself. He takes an angel blade and he drives it through his chest. And the last words that he said to Sam and Dean was, "Goodbye, boys." And if I wasn't emotionally torn at that point, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I cried. I cried so hard. So hard. I was bawling. I couldn't handle that. And if I wasn't already emotionally torn, the portal didn't even close after Crowley killed himself. And Sam and Dean ran out, and for some reason, I don't know why, Cass ran into the portal, knowing full well that it could close behind him if he went in. He was gone for a few minutes, and then he came out. And when he came out, Lucifer came out, and guess what? He stabs Cass with his angel blade, and Cass dies. So I had to deal with Crowley dying. Then I had to deal with Crowley dying. Cass dying literally right after Crowley. Literally. There is no really good time in between. He goes Crowley, then Cass. Literally in that sequence. And I'm just like bawling my eyes out. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why this is happening. I'm just so hurt, and I was so angry, and I was so sad. And, I don't even know why Cass went into the portal. I really don't understand that. But then Mary came out because apparently the baby in the film was born, I guess, and she punches Lucifer into the portal, and then Mary gets stuck in the portal, like I said before, and I'm just like, and Lucifer's probably gonna kill her, so it's just like, it doesn't matter. Thanks for knowing you for one season, Mary, that was great. And then, Dean looks at Cass's dead body, and he looks up at the sky, like everybody else probably thinking in his head, like, God, why? God, why? Chuck, why? Literally, this could have all been fixed if Chuck had just stayed on Earth. It really could have. But Chuck is gone. I don't even know where he is right now. And so the Nephilim is born. I'm here crying, trying to get over Crowley and Cass. Not much Cass, but mostly Crowley. And then we see the Nephilim is now a full-grown adult. Kelly's dead, and the Nephilim looks evil as crap with its glowing yellow eyes. So there's so many things that happened in the season finale. It was rushed. I didn't like the pacing. Nothing really happened, and when it did happen, people died. And I'm not sad about Cass's death because Cass has died before. And by some hoodoo, voodoo, Chuck-type magic, or some way by fate, Cass is gonna come back. You know what he is. It's Castiel. He may be gone for next season, for season 13. I don't even know. I really don't care right now. But Crowley is dead. Crowley is dead. And I can't handle that. I honestly, honest to God, I cannot handle that. Because I got so attached to that character. Like, I can't even tell you how attached to that character I am. And with the Nephilim being born, I guess I'm going to put in some thoughts of what's going to happen with season 13. I honestly don't care anymore. I'm also really pissed off at Supernatural right now, and I honestly don't want to watch season 13 right now. But there's only 3 creatures in the entire universe that could probably take on Jack, which is the name of the Nephilim. is God, Amara, and I think the fandom has forgotten about the Cambia and Jesse, which is probably what's going to happen in season 13. I mean, Jesse is probably the only creature that is powerful enough to take on a Nephilim, which both a Cambion and a Nephilim can be killed in traditional ways because they're still mortal. They're just have eternal youth, and they're very hard to kill, but they're still mortal. So, yeah, and I know Castiel is going to come back in season 13. That's a given. Or in season 14, I don't care. And the next, I think the first episode of season 13 is going to be a crossover between Scooby-Doo and Supernatural, which is probably going to be them hopping through alternate universes to try and find Mary. Even though she's probably dead, so I don't see what's the matter with that. And I'm still not okay about what's happened to Crowley. I'm really not. And I'm honestly really pissed off at the finale. I'm unsatisfied. I'm sad. I'm just I feel like they made so many wrong choices. I mean, sure, I'm not the writers or anything, I'm not the producers, but I felt like this was a really wrong move on their part, especially killing two main characters like that, which you may not think Crowley and Cass are main characters, but I do, and I'm just honestly hurt by all this, and I was crying all night, I only got 4 hours of sleep, and I was just really upset. Um, so yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch season 13 unless I hear that, they come back or something. Other than that, I really don't want to watch the show anymore because I feel like this was just too much for me. And you may be thinking, well, you're probably not a real fan then. I am. This show changed my life. It did things for me. It made my life better. It really did. But I'm really pissed off right now, and I just can't right now. So those were my thoughts and stuff and my reaction, and is very toned down from my first one. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So blah blah blah. Bye. Love.